Listen.
Welcome to Dev Tech 101, aka Black Mantle, as I discuss information technology, also known as IT people. And this is the Tech Unfiltered portion of the channel. And it's a new portion where I'm able to speak 100% unfiltered, give you just the raw truth and raw insight and commentary on what I see fit in regards to what we have going on in the community that we're in right now. And in the community, I'm talking about being able to globally just be able to speak on different things that are in technology space. And this is how you know you are doing the things right. I love the comments that you all have been leaving on the channel. I definitely look into those as soon as I can. There's been so much love that has been there. There's also been hate, ones there too, but that's okay because that means I'm actually hitting the right note. So I am perfectly fine with that. So, what we're going to get into today on the channel, many of you know that Google is coming to the West Memphis, Arkansas area. And the West Memphis area, most of the people I've been talking to, young and old, and just getting to people thoughts and opinions is, in most rural communities, it is a very hard concept and hard bullet to bite because people have been so used to seeing it's the rural area, not much businesses, maybe a Walmart. For Walmart coming to the community kind of can cause a little bit of a ruckus, but not necessarily on the technology side when it comes to Meta or Facebook, Google's, the Amazons that are out there, the Teslas that are out there, the XAIs that are out there. XAI and Google specifically are within about 4.5 miles geographically apart, with Google being coming to West Memphis and XAI in the Memphis, Tennessee area. But I want to take a look at looking at the real cost. And I want to talk about both sides here for a second. And you know me, I'm always going to be on the technical side of the matter because tech is my background. I love bringing the content to you all unfiltered here. So this is definitely no shade. It just is whatever it is. You can either take it or leave it at that. Now, there are people who are very anti-tech. There are people who are very much tech savvy, and the anti-tech is normally people who don't understand it. Your tech savvy people are going to embrace and they're going to look for the best outcome or the best part where they can get into and how they can tap into it to elevate their life to another level. But this is definitely about understanding in this video so that both worlds can move forward together because guess what? AI technology is going to continuously move forward. You're either with it or you're not. Now, with some people being excited, it's finally something new coming to West Memphis. There's not much here. There's not much jobs here. If you're not working fast food, not working at Walmart, or you're not working at Hino or Dollar General or Carvana or whatever, it's mostly logistics and manufacturing companies here. So people are used to working 10, 12-hour shifts. They can drive just a few miles up the road and they're at home. It's no white collar jobs that are here. So Google coming here and Bucky's as well. Two big companies come here, but specifically the Google data center here is definitely causing a lot of people to really think a whole lot. Like it's really making people change. And so let's go ahead and let's tap into it here. But other people are really nervous because they're so afraid that the town is going to change. It's changing extremely fast. And a lot of people don't even understand what a data center even is. Um, and that's just it. It's just big and shiny and not farmland. But the feelings, of course, on all sides most definitely matter because it impacts the people that live in the community. And so when tech comes in, yes, it's going to divide communities before the data center even breaks ground. And it's being divided up because people, even though it's going to be out in a farm uh, type area over, I believe it was well over 1,000+ acres, I believe. But I'm going to go ahead and pull it up here on the screen so you all can see this because it is it is very, very important that I be transparent with you and everything because I really want you all to really understand and see. But when you look at this particular map here, so if we look at it from a grand scale, okay, you're going to see a line. I got a line there to show you where Google is going to be and where XAI is right here. When you look at this overall, you have Interstate 40 coming around here, and then you got Interstate 55 coming over to Memphis, and of course you have what they call Box Town that's out here, and you have a community, you have homes that are out over here in this particular area, and so you have a pretty much kind of a forest like area here. So XAI is right here. Okay, notice the Mississippi River is right here, so plenty of water, and they're way out here on President's Island. It's going to take you a minute to get out there, but this is XAI. It's not going to show everything yet because this is on Google Maps, but you can look at the other news commentary for WREG to look at that inside information they got. But then you take a look out and you come over into West Memphis, you got this back road right here. This back road comes all the way out into farmland. And right out here, this is like farmland. You make that right turn right here in the middle, right here. You make that right turn right here. You're going back in from south part of West Memphis into the northern part. But right here, they've already started blocking off the road, started carving the path on out into the field. It's going to be south on Bollinger Road, which sits the data center right about in this particular area, right in here. Now, they did say it's going to be near the Coca-Cola plant, which the Coca-Cola plant is right here. And those of you who are familiar with West Memphis, if you're going the back way towards Memphis, you're going out there by the granaries and where the animal shelters are. You can look to the right and you can actually see it there right before you hit that left turn to get on the road. But these about 4.7 miles apart, 4.7 to 5 miles apart. Now, why do I show you that? I show you that because it is very important that we understand what we're getting into. These two are tapping into the ecosystem in this particular area and everything. Now, from an agriculture standpoint, the people want these companies to respect the land that's been feeding family for generations, with Arkansas being a rice producing state that ships rice all over the world. People in the rural communities don't want to be pushed out. And a lot of times big tech companies, they don't understand that from that level because their goal is to make money. And the people that live in these communities is what they're showing by the placement of these data centers is predominantly close to in the rural areas of where it's predominantly Black, African American. And West Memphis is, at the time I checked, about 60% Black. And it may, of course, may be the same or probably change a bit. But right now they're at about 62 to 64% of residents in West Memphis are Black or African American people. They're going to classify one or the other. Just for the sake of the video, I always use both terms interchangeably there. And the median age is about 33.3 years. And that make about 62 to 64% of the residents. And the annual median income is $40,904. And the poverty rate is nearly 25%. White Caucasian Americans make up about 29 to 32%. So when you look at that and you look at the data center moving in, the question people ask is who is going to get those particular jobs that are there? And we're going to get into that here in just a second. But now with the data center coming, how's that going to impact the crop, the produce and stuff like that? Of course, that can most definitely go up. But looking at it from a tech standpoint, data centers have to be cooled. They're going to have waste. They're going to need a lot of land. It's going to definitely impact that a lot in a negative way, of course, because these facilities drink water like small cities. You don't believe me? Look at XAI across the bridge over there in Memphis. The farmers need the water to water the crop. So will the data center have its own gray water system? Who knows? If water gets tight, who has the priority? Google or the West Memphis community? So it's either the crops or it's the servers. People are going to face on different sides. Now, power grids, massive megawatts they're going to pull. Data centers pull so many megawatts that rural grids are not built for that. And there's actually one like right across the street from where this will be. Now, if the data center is coming, what terms in the contract will specifically state that the residents of West Memphis light bills for West Memphis power, I hope that their light bills do not go up, because it would not be fair that they're paying a higher rate to support the data center. The data center is going to be bringing in more money single-handedly by itself than probably everybody combined in the whole community. That is something that has to be looked at. Is it state funded? Is it going to be federal funded? Who knows? Those questions never get answered up front. But what I foresee is the residents probably having a little bit of spike, if not a lot, in their water bill and probably gas bill, because there's a local owned utility there as well. Now, the fields, they cool themselves naturally because it's vastly open and everything, but the data center dumps a whole lot of heat because they have to be cooled under a certain temperature, and the heat changes the land around it. You can probably take some thermal goggles and look at a data center and just basically see um, the amount of heat that it's producing. And this is to most definitely just open people's eyes to get them to see this is what powers the devices that we use every single day. The data centers, they power these devices, and so they're going to be put somewhere. West Memphis just so happened to be getting one. Now, when you look at the economic promise, they say, hey, we're going to bring X number of jobs to the community. And this is where it starts to get salty, people, because when you look at the Delta region, and the Delta region, I'm talking about from Osceola all the way down uh, into like West Helena, Arkansas. And if you look at the map that I was just on a second ago, you can clearly see what I'm talking about here. When you look at the Delta, you can clearly look at the map and you can see the Delta is going to go all the way down to the West Helena here. Let's see. West Helena, Arkansas. It's down up in here. West Helena. We are getting close somewhere up in here. But when you look at the region, this is all around in here. And you can look at the land and tell. Like if you look at Arkansas, if you look at the map right here, you can see the outline of the state. You can look at all of this right here. All this light color area here, that's basically like swamp, marshland kind of in a sense area. There's not tech jobs here a lot like that. There's just not. This is not a tech community whatsoever. This is more of logistics, more agriculture, and the tech talent is not taught here as it is in Northwest Arkansas in the Fayetteville area. Fayetteville is where you're going to have big tech at. They are much more technologically sound than we are here in the Delta, because this is more in the country here. And that's what I want to be able to, show you all is this is a very, very big thing. This is a very big thing that is happening here. I really want people to really understand where we are and what we're actually doing. There was one more thing that I wanted to draw your attention to, especially for the people who live out here in the area. And it may not show this on the Google Maps here, but I'm going to pull it up anyway because I want you all to be able to see right here. So let me take a look at this right here. Okay. So I'm going to take a look at this map here for you. For those of you who live in like the West Memphis area, you know you're at that South Loop and you have to make that right. When you look straight ahead right now, if you go out there, you will see that this is now blocked off and it's shooting straight back over here to that side. So that's where the data center is going to be. It's a road that's going to be going right through that field. That's where it's at right now. Okay. That is where it's at. Now, the specialized skill set don't have it here. Certifications don't have it here. Experience don't have it here. What happens is big companies like this likely to probably move in people who are already doing that to get it up and running, and they may transition local people in. But here's my message to people who live in West Memphis that is likely looking for these jobs. And I want you to understand this. I want you to look at it because you're going to need to figure this out. And I've talked about this and got different videos on the channel that you can go back and take a look at in terms of how to get into IT. But if you are interested, you're going to go over to, the datacenters.google.com/careers. You look at that. They're going to show you open roles. And you're going to go and you will see view open roles. And from there, you basically type in the location of where their particular job is. And people who are probably like in like maintenance or HVAC, electrical, and all that stuff, they definitely got some opportunities on there. But I'm speaking specifically on the technical side here. Um, they have the different like job types that you can go for on here. In the experience, they got apprenticeships and internships that you can um, you know, definitely try shooting for. You just have to uncheck the full time and look at those. Data center technician intern 2026. That's in like Singapore, but you can go in there and you can just look. And when you get in there, you can actually see that there are some jobs that's out there and see how you can get yourself into there. With the tech skills, I'm gonna tell you this: you're gonna have to either crush an online course, you have to do some YouTubing, you're gonna have to definitely reach out to some people in your community who talk about tech. I talk about it a lot on the channel. You can definitely check out some of the other videos, but you are gonna have to pay some type of money, whether you're paying it to a college or university or paying it to somebody who can give you a crash course, but you can learn a lot of this stuff at home. Okay. This is not a tech hub. It's going to take years for that to happen, but you can get into tech if you basically look at the blueprint that's out there. I'm laying the blueprint out there. This is what's coming. There's going to be jobs opening. You can apply for those if you can get yourself into learning this skill set. There's some very, very good jobs about it out there. If you are against the data center, perfectly fine. This video has nothing to do with you in that regard. But I want to make sure that I'm bringing positive solutions rather than just complaining. Because a lot of people that's complaining to me are not even in tech and don't understand tech. I've been in tech for a long time and I've worked in data set centers, but before on a smaller scale. And it's very, very interesting work. Okay. So if you have cousins, aunties, nephews, uncles, nieces, and whatever that are into it, they can get into this space and maybe get into this side in IT. Because I want to be able to empower people so that way the local high schools and the local middle schools in West Memphis can maybe have some people who are technologically sound to get in there and create these programs so students can learn STEM because they're learning everything else. People, they're learning everything else on what they want to do in life, but they're not really bringing the STEM into school, and the technology sector is out here. It's not hard to get into. It's not the fact it is not the fact that African Americans or black people are being kicked out of tech or don't know about tech. It's the fact that that people don't hear it in their communities. Everybody else hear it. Think about it for a second. If I told you that the West Memphis is 60 to 63% black African American and 28 to 32% white, I'm telling you right there, you'd see the demographics of the community itself. The chances of the black community, the African American community, knowing these type of jobs exist is slim to none because it's just not discussed. And that's what I'm talking about on my channel. I'm trying to bring light. Anybody from the community can apply for these jobs if you got the skill set. But think about this and know this. Western Arkansas up in Fayetteville, they are booming in the tech side. Bentonville, where Walmart is, I've seen the headquarters up there. It is absolutely insane. And here I am trying to tell you what could be a boom here. And I'm trying to get you in there so that you can understand and like see. So if you are either not interested in this and you know somebody who is, point them to this video. I'm showing you the information here. Trying to be as transparent as I possibly can. I don't I don't work for Google. I don't work for Amazon. I don't work for X. I don't work for any of them. I love tech and I like taking technology and I like connecting people who are interested in that space and bring it together. And this hits home because this is our community. This is our community. West Memphis may not be a tech hub, but the fact that they're getting a data center here, yes, it's going to have an environmental impact for sure. And I can't tell you about that because I'm not an environmentalist or any of that. But what I do know is technology. And I know this is not going anywhere. You don't believe me? Go online and start doing your research, and you will see like where data centers could potentially be placed at. And you can see this particular data center right here is XAI that is here, or right here. The little pink dot that's right there, XAI. Hadn't even, the other one for Arkansas hadn't even yet been posted on here. And this is just a visual, just as you can see, every state is going to have a data center, probably 2 or more. There's going to be probably more coming to Arkansas. But the question is whether you're going to be on board or not. So I'm going to encourage balanced development, not only from the community and not just a land grab. Okay. So definitely stay with me. But I want you to understand that rural America deserves growth, and whether people like it or not, it's going to deserve new opportunities. They're going to get more interconnected with what's going on. There's going to be needs to be some transparency. And I'm not here to hype up the data centers and them overtaking farmlands and all that stuff because I'm not into that. I'm basically saying, as I saw this coming to West Memphis, it was an opportunity to let the community know what is coming and how people who are interested in tech, because I've had people to reach out to me that I talk to that are trying to get into tech. And I'm basically sharing the same information I'm talking to you about with them because I want them to understand and be prepared of what's about to come. So when that tech and the community move together, if that's possible, it's going to be a win. So you ignore it, you lose out. But most definitely, people, definitely like, listen, subscribe to the channel. DivTech 101, aka Black Mentors. I bring Tech Unfiltered here to you. More episodes will come as I see more information that I want to provide. Look forward to bringing more content to you all soon. Stay sharp, stay secure, subscribe for more tech with purpose, only on DivTech 101.